about 18 and 25, I left Tennessee very much alive. I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. One day I was riding in a beautiful land, I ran smack into an Indian band. They jumped their nags with a hoop and a yell, and away we went like a bat out of well. I circled our camp for a time or two just to show what a Tennessee horse can do. The redskin boys couldn't get my blood, 'cause I was a-riding on the Tennessee stud. We drifted on down into no man's land, crossed a river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse with a Spaniard's bow till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and a gambler, we couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our guns, he fell with a thud, and I got away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Well, I got as lonesome as a man can be, a-dreaming of a girl in Tennessee. The Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was a-dreaming of a sweetheart too. We loped right on across Arkansas, I whooped her brother and I whooped her paw. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was a-riding on a Tennessee mare. Stirrup to stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and the valleys wide. We came to Big Muddy and we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. Pretty little baby on the cabin floor, a little horse coat playing round the door. I love the girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Razorback hog is as wild as a buck, and the hunter who hunts him had better have luck. You can fill him with buckshot and rifle balls too, and he'll turn around and make shoestrings of you. When old Hickory Jackson met Sir Pakenham, the British were full of hot biscuits and ham, while the Tennessee boys were as poor as a snake, for all they'd been a-eatin' was Razorback Steak. If you think it's tender, you're crazy. You can't stick your fork in the gravy. Razorback Steak, Razorback Steak. Lost all my teeth on that Razorback Steak. It's tough as can be, made a man out of me. Give me some more of that Razorback Steak. When you see a gentleman down in the South with a big sausage grinder way back in his mouth, when he gives a rebel yell, make no mistake, he's a-looking for a woman or a Razorback Steak. When I get to heaven as Mr. Divine, don't want no ambrosia to eat with my wine. Just give me a chunk of hot corn dodger cake, a bowl of red gravy, and a Razorback Steak. If you think it's tender, you're crazy. You can't stick your fork in the gravy. Razorback Steak, Razorback Steak. Lost all my teeth on that razorback steak. It's tough as can be, made a man out of me. Give me some more of that razorback steak. Oh, the first covered wagon that ever did travel from the mighty Mississippi to the California gravel was loaded with a pair of Yankee Doodle hens just to swing that golden gate. They left St. Louis, the roosters were a-crowing. When they topped the Rocky Mountains, the sun was still a-showing, and the old ox team kept puffing and a-blowing till they reached that golden gate. The driver of the team was mighty bad to stutter, and the Indian chiefs thought he really was a cutter when he milked a buffalo and made a big jug of butter and greased his wagon and ate. The first covered wagon that ever did travel from the mighty Mississippi to the California gravel was loaded with a pair of Yankee Doodle hens just to swing that golden gate. Oh, about midnight when the earth began to quiver, he took a dose of pills for he thought it was his liver. Then he dreamed of the girls on the Mississippi River, and he dreamed of the Golden Gate. The lightning flashed, the thunder kept a-bragging, and the old ox team started pushing on the wagon. A wheel came off and the axle started dragging in the mud on the Golden Gate. The driver of the team got a mighty clever notion, jumped in the water and he made a big commotion, drove his nails in the bottom of the ocean, and he swung that Golden Gate. The first covered wagon that ever did travel from the mighty Mississippi to the California gravel was loaded with a pair of Yankee Doodle hens just to swing that Golden Gate. As I was riding on the streets of Argenta, I spied a fair maiden all dressed in magenta. The riders who knew her all called her Pimento. She was a beautiful dame. I sprang from my saddle and walked up beside her, said, "Where can we get some corn, whiskey, and cider?" We walked down the street to a place called the Spider, where she turned my heart into flame. I tried to be calm, but my heart was so frisky. I knew I was playing a game that was risky. I looked in her eyes and could not drink my whiskey, for she was an angel to me. I cried, "Oh, my beautiful Maid of Argenta, all dressed in the splendor of royal magenta. If you will but promise to be my Pimenta, my heart yours forever shall be." She gave me her paddle. We both made a vow as we sat in my saddle. Then I rode away the wild outlaws to battle and left her in old Arkansas. When I got back home to my rock on the river, I found she was gone and it made my heart quiver. I cannot forget and I cannot forgive her, and I can't get her out of my craw. Settled down in that place called the Spider, where I fell in love as I sat there beside her. All the day long I drink whiskey and cider and talk to all manner of men. I tell them if ever I see the Pimento all dressed in the splendor of royal magenta, I'll hug her right there on the streets of Argenta, and we'll start all over again. I got some mad at Susie Bell for kissing Cousin Will. I joined up with my Uncle Bob to fight on Bunker Hill. I looked down on them redcoat boys and there stood Cousin Will. I fired my gun but he was there when I left Bunker Hill. 5 pence in my pocketbook, 10 pence in my bill. And if I had another 5, I'd tear down Bunker Hill. When the fight was o'er and Cousin William said farewell, I laughed all day because I thought I'd marry Susie Bell. I wrote my love a letter, but I guess I made a blunder. She sent me back a little note that said you go to thunder. 5 pence in my pocketbook, 10 pence in my bill. If I had another 5, I'd tear down Bunker Hill. I took a drink of whiskey and I took a drink of wine, and when I met my pretty little girl, I told her she was mine. I grabbed her and she wiggled so around in my embrace. She stomped a blister on my toe and slapped me in the face. Her mother saw me hugging her and said we'd have to wed. She said she would not marry me if all the rest were dead. Her brother came to challenge me to fight him at the mill. I slapped him till his teeth fell out all over Bunker Hill. 5 pence in my pocketbook, 10 pence in my bill. If I had another 5, I'd tear down Bunker Hill. On Friday night I bucked her right on the church house floor. She linked her little arm in mine and waltzed me through the door. Next Sunday is our wedding day and marry her I will. And that'll be the second time I beat my cousin Bill. 5 pence in my pocketbook, 10 pence in my bill. And if I had another 5, I'd tear down Bunker Hill. A cowpuncher's life is a very hard life, a fight in the sleet and the cold. But I wouldn't trade my cowpunching days for all of old Midas's gold. There's horses to break and there's robbers to fight and blizzards to make you turn tail. But there's plenty of fun for the son of a gun who can sing and be gay on the trail. Ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo. Ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo. We round up the dogies and drift them along, corral them all over the plains. We rope 'em and brand 'em and doctor the bulls and turn 'em loose on the range. At night when the dogies are dreaming about cow heaven just over the way, the night riders sit in their saddles and sing from dark till the dawn of the day. Ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo. Ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo. When St. Peter calls us to come to his range and punch the wild cattle up there, I hope all the boys who have rode the long range will come when he gives them a dare. I'll want a good horse that can run a fast race and a crew that don't care where we go. We'll ride away off in some desolate place and sing a ki-yi-bi-ki-yo, ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo, ki-yi, ki-yi-bi-yi-bi-yi-yo. When Peter Francisco was just a little babe, the people came from miles around to see what God had made. He walked the day that he was born, he galloped and he ran. He helped his mother out of bed and cooled her with his fan. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. When Peter Francisco a-courting he did go, a panther and a bear came out to fight him in the snow. He grabbed the bear in his left hand, the panther in his right. He cracked their heads together till they didn't care to fight. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. When Peter Francisco saw redcoats at his door, he rushed out of his cabin and he laid 'em on the floor. There must have been 100, but he licked 'em every one. And those that didn't die went running back to Tarleton. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. He said, I'm gonna try to be a man. He found him a sweet little wife, she weighed 600 pounds. He carried her across the Smokies to his hunting grounds. She had 10 sets of triplets and it made old Peter glad when everyone turned out to be exactly like his dad, and said, I'm gonna try to be a man. Said, I'm gonna try to be a man. Peter Francisco was a man. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. One had a harp and one had a horn, and one had a fiddle and the other had a bow. Take me back to the town of Boston, turn me loose and let me go. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. When old Lord Howe got stuck in Boston, I guess the white folks ought to know. He lost his head and he lost his heart to Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Take me back to the town of Boston, turn me loose and let me go. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. When Paul Revere rode out of Boston, the old folks say this tale is so. The ones who prayed till the break of dawn were Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Listen to the harp and I listen to the horn, listen again to the fiddle and the bow. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. When Lord Cornwallis sailed away, the general ordered me to go. Take the news to Boston Bay to Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Take me back to the town of Boston, turn me loose and let me go. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. The war is done and the mourning dove is a nesting where the breezes blow. I'm so glad 'cause I'm in love with Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Four little girls in the town of Boston, turn me loose and let me go. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Listen to the harp and I listen to the horn, listen again to the fiddle and the bow. Four little girls in the town of Boston, Molly and Polly and Tilly and Flo. Slack your rope, hangman, loose it for a while. I think I see my father coming riding many a mile. Father, have you brought me gold, or have you paid my fee, or have you come to see me hung upon the gallows tree? You stole the bishop's golden ball, you stole his silver key, and I have come to see you hung upon the gallows tree. Slack your rope, hangman, loose it for a while. I think I see my mother coming riding many a mile. Mother, have you brought me gold, or have you paid my fee, or have you come to see me hung upon the gallows tree? You would not dust my feather bed nor brew me a spot of tea, so I have come to see you hung upon the gallows tree. Slack your rope, hangman, loose it for a while. I think I see the devil coming riding many a mile. Devil, have you brought me gold? Have you paid my fee? Or have you come to see me hung upon the gallows tree? I stole a bishop's golden ball, I stole his silver key, and I have come to steal your soul upon the gallows tree. Slack your rope, hangman, loose it for a while. I think I see my true love coming riding many a mile. True love, have you brought me gold? Have you paid my fee? Or have you come to see me hung upon the gallows tree? You don't need no bag of gold, for I've done paid your fee. So jump right down into my arms, you're going home with me. Jump right down into my arms, you're going home with me. Johnny was down at the moonshine still in the bottom of the holler by the side of the hill. He woke up about the break of day and he thought he heard his grandpa say, "Oh, run, Johnny, run, if Federals to get you. Oh, run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Run, Johnny, run, now Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better get away." Johnny stopped at the top of the hill. He saw them Federals around the still. They busted the barrel and the boiler too and started drinking his Mountain Dew. Oh, run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Oh, run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Oh, run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Feds caught Johnny a-making a run. They took him up to Washington, put him to work for the government, a-making moonshine for the president. Oh, run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Oh, run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Oh, run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better get away. John got rich at the government stills, and he ran off to his home in the hills. Now the Federals are on his tracks. He still owes $1 on the whiskey tax. So run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Oh, run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Oh, run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better get away. Run, Johnny, run, the Federals to get you. Run, Johnny, run, you better. Well, there once was a fiddler, he lived in Arkansas, growed his own tobacco and he always had a chaw. He saddled up his pony and he tightened up the girth, and he said, "We're gonna travel every country on the earth." Well, the Arkansas traveler, he had a winning way. Everywhere he traveled, they would try to make him stay. Then he'd sew up on his fiddle and he'd take another chaw and say, "I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas." He traveled to the east and he traveled to the west, but he couldn't keep from thinking of the land he loved the best. Every little while he would take another chaw and say, "I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas." Well, he traveled over China till he got a bait of rice. He broke him up in Turkey with a pair of loaded dice. The British tried to whip him, but he laid him in the sand, and he really got a welcome when he got to Rotterdam. Well, the Arkansas traveler had a winning way. Everywhere he traveled, they would try to make him stay. Then he'd saw up on his fiddle and he'd take another chaw and say, "I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas." Traveled to the east and he traveled to the west, but he couldn't keep from thinking of the land he loved the best. Every little while he would take another chaw and say, "I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas." conquered on the road to Jericho. Somebody got his saddle when he got to Mexico. In Texas there was trouble, but he beat him to the draw, and he slipped across the border to his home in Arkansas. Well, the Arkansas traveler, he had a winning way. Everywhere he traveled, they would try to make him stay. Then he'd saw up on his fiddle and he'd take another chaw and say, I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas. He traveled to the east and he traveled to the west, but he couldn't keep from thinking of the land he loved the best. Every little while he would take another chaw and say, I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas. I wish by golly I was back in Arkansas. I'm just a damn Yankee way down in the South. I love to kiss Southern belles in the mouth. I laugh when they say all damn Yankees are bad, for nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad. When I found old Sherman had left me behind, a very strange notion came into my mind. I dressed up in gray and I made up a spiel, and I headed straight for the town of Mobile. I'm having fun like I never have had. Nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad. Not far from Atlanta I heard people say old Sherman had taken the food all away. 'Twas there that I smiled on a lovely madame who fed me on honey and peaches and ham. I stopped in Montgomery and got in a tight where 6 widows claimed me and had a big fight. I had to be slick as a slippery eel to get on my way to the town of Mobile. I'm having fun like I never have had. Nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad. I got to Mobile and I found a Creole. She captured my heart and she captured my soul. It's been 20 years since I made up my spiel and went on my damn Yankee way to Mobile. I've raised a big family of girls and young men. They swear that damn Yankees are all full of sin. They'd call you a liar if you said their dad had marched to Mobile as a damn Yankee lad. I'm having fun like I never have had. Nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad. When I get so old that I'm ready to die, I'll put on my uniform blue as the sky. They'll march round my coffin and won't they get mad when they learn that I was a damn Yankee lad. I'm just a damn Yankee way down in the South. I love to kiss Southern belles in the mouth. I laugh when they say all damn Yankees are bad, for nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad. I'm having fun like I never have had. Nobody knows I'm a damn Yankee lad.